The Tangkuls belong to the indigenous Naga tribes with highly developed customary norms, laws, and practices. Tangkuls are moderately an egalitarian society with no class and caste system and with lesser degree of gender disparity as compared with their neighbors like the Métis and Ahoms or the mainstream society of mainland India. Their morals and ethics derived from their worldview were elaborately expressed in their customary norms and laws that were embraced and spontaneously followed by members of the community. The chief and his council acted as the guardian of the customary norms and laws and were shared or delegated in the hierarchy of their customary institutions. This comprised both formal and informal complementary institutions designed to maintain order as well as nurture values of the society. Today, I will not go into details on these customary norms, laws, and practices, but would like to share an interesting example of a customary norm of Chingchui village called Atoja Kapang or Satkang Kokong. This was a customary practice where a male that is both married and young adult, that is the defaulter, was given some form of punishment which could include hosting a meal for the woman and her peers or the women's union whose decorum was disrespected verbally or otherwise. Socialization between boys and girls was a normal practice among the Tangkul society, but incidences of verbal remarks that hurt the dignity or modesty of women do occur. When an act was considered as transgressing towards any woman by a man, penalty was enforced by women folks. The penalty could be an apology or some form of punishment in a situation where the man runs away. The women folks impose the defaulter with a feast known as Atoja Kapang. Such practices were upheld to check transgression of women's dignity or modesty and to protect the values of respect towards women in the society. It is unfortunate that such important practices in the form of safeguards for women have been forgotten or discarded, thus affecting the positive value system of the Tangkul society. Such safeguards and protection do not feature in the Shian Chikan, that is the constitution and customary law of the Tangkul Naga Long. In my strong opinion, it is appropriate that Tangkul Naga Long, as the highest governing body and the custodian of our heritage, should take urgent initiative to further develop and incorporate such norms and practices in its Shian Chikan to reflect the dignity and respect for women's rights and protection. Thank you.